minus 1, x minus 1 cannot be 0, so x cannot equal 1. If they ask me to find the value for x equals 1, I will say it does not exist. That's the only thing. The rest, let's go back. Are they asking me 1? Yeah, type n if the function is undefined. That's the only thing that I have to worry about. So this will be undefined. What I will do next, and you'll tell me if you want me to record this. We go to y equals. I clear the whole bunch.
You record that?
Yes. Janelle, I'm sorry. Okay, thanks. I just don't want to record names and faces. And it doesn't go anywhere. I'm not selling, as you know, the information to anybody, and I don't pay. They don't ask me to do anything. So we're going to enter this function, but very carefully. Oh, good. So we're going to enter this function 2 divided by, in parentheses, x minus 1. And then I look at what they want. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Second and table. Look, it's screaming at me. How dare you put 1 in here? Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will enter -2 right here. I will enter absolutely never. I will enter 2, 1, 2, 1, type an integer or a fraction. And this, for 4 is 2 over 4 minus 1, so it's 2/3. So 2 divided by 3. And that's it. Then I check my answer and move on. Any questions on 17?
No, thank you.
What is the next?
The next is, give me 1 second. Okay, the next is 27.
See if it's close enough. Oh, it was that. I didn't show you the other part. Okay, then evaluate f of 1. Okay. So you're going to say f of 1 does not exist. The function is not defined at 1. X minus 1 cannot be 0. I forgot about this other part. Is that clear?
That part was clear. I was just confused about that part, the
Okay.
first one.
Okay. Refer to the graph to find. So can I stop recording now?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Refer to the graph to find the value of x for each value of, okay, complete parts A through C. So we have 3 parts here. For what value of x is f of x equals 5? So when we finished last class, towards the last half of the class, we said that this is y equals 5. Y equals 5 is a horizontal line. We draw, or we imagine we draw y equals 5. So y equals 5 is a horizontal line. It meets the graph at this point, and I read the corresponding x value. So that is 4. These are very important questions. That's why we went over them. For what value of x is f of x negative 3? Okay, I draw, or imagine I draw a horizontal line at negative 3. So it appears to be 0. X is 0. And for what value of x is f of x equals negative 11? Negative 11 is right here in the middle. I draw, or imagine I draw a horizontal line. It meets the graph right here. And I go up and I see negative 4. Anything else? Any questions on 27?
No, thank you.
You had something else, I think.
Yes, I had 29.
Very good. Let's look at 29. Give the domain and range, then use the graph to find la 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 la. Okay, so first of all, domain. So domain is measured from the leftmost point of the value of the function all the way to the rightmost point. The endpoints exist, so I have to use brackets, and I will write -2 and then comma 4, because the leftmost point is when x is -2 and the rightmost point is when x is 4, and this is the domain of the function. Then they want the range. The range is measured from the lowest y value I see till the largest y value I see, and the points exist. So bracket at 0, 6. So both brackets, 0, 6. And that is the range. F of -2. So now the question is different. When x is -2, I draw or imagine I draw a vertical line, x equals -2. It meets the graph at this point, and I read the y value, but the y value is 0. F of 0. I imagine that I draw a vertical line, x equals 0. Well, it's the y-intercept, so type an integer. So the y value is 6. F of 1/2. Okay, so this is 1, and here's 1/2. So I draw, or I imagine I draw, a vertical line at 1/2. I am going to read 4 for the y value. F of 1/2. So this is 1, and this is 1/2. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. F of 1/2. So this is 0. This is 1. This is 2. And this is 1/2. And I read 4.
Might be 4.5.
Okay. Okay. What are the values of x for which f of x is 3? Ah, it's a different story. This is y equals 3. I draw, or imagine I draw, a horizontal line at 3. I will be reading -1. I will be reading 1. And I will be reading 3. Use a comma. So -1, comma, 1, comma, 3. I'm looking again, just in case. Any questions on 29?
Actually, that was a really big help because I was very confused.
Okay. Again, I'm begging my students to redo the notes first. You will learn a lot. Good. Is there anything else?
My last one is 33.
Very good. Let's take a look.
The notes are never as good as you, and then you try Googling it, and it doesn't give clear definitions. You're great.
Thank you. I love you guys. Look at the notes, please. Download them and have them stored somewhere. For the graph of the function shown to the right, find the domain and range. Fine. Notice that there is an arrow going on forever here, but there is a full point here. So the domain of this function is anywhere from -infinity till the rightmost point, which is 7. So I have to write the interval with a parenthesis and a bracket. The parenthesis is from negative infinity, and I have the symbol right here, then I put a comma, and then I have to write 7, which means from anywhere to the left of negative infinity, all the way, the graph exists all the way till 7. It does not exist beyond 7. So this is the way I have to present the answer. The range is from the lowest possible point I can imagine or see till the largest possible value of y that I can see. But this goes on forever, so it's going to be from negative infinity all the way up to 3. The function does not exist beyond 3. So again, the same symbols, the parenthesis and the bracket, and I have to put the negative and the infinity, and then a comma, and then 3. That's measured on the y-axis from the lowest possible value I can imagine, or I see, till the largest possible value for y that I can imagine or see. In this case, I see, it's 3. Find the x-intercepts. Very good. This is the only x-intercept. And they say, type an ordered pair. So this is -2, 0, because we learned a long time ago that the x-axis has the equation y equals 0. That's the only x-intercept. Find the y-intercept, which is right here. It's already typed in for us, 0, 2. And they want it as an ordered pair. There is only 0, 2. That's the only, and of course it cannot be more than one y-intercept. There will not be a function. Okay, determine the zeros. Again, zeros or x-intercepts or roots, they mean the same thing. Type an integer or a decimal. They don't want an ordered pair now. So the only zeros of the function, the only zero of the function is -2. That's it. So the function is 0, in other words, only, which is y equals 0. The only point is that when x equals -2. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes?
Sorry, I got more. It's
Yeah.
35.
From the same section.
Yes.
Okay.
Same section.
Very good. Use the table of values of, okay. So what is f of -4? When x is -4, y is 5. This is even easier because the numbers are there. As you saw, my tiny tolerance error gave me a wrong answer.
I had problems with the graphing part.
Oh, so this is not the problem?
I know this is a problem. It's just when you get like lower down, because the when you have like the 5 and the box part with the numbers, I understood that part, but when you went lower down, it's asked for like the x-intercept or the y, and like the numbers of x from basically from C to D. That's what I had problems from.
With this problem?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What is f of 5? But I have to show everything because otherwise it doesn't let me to go to...
-2.
Yes. So f of 5 is indeed -2. Perfect. Good. For what numbers of x is f of x 2? Now I look at this column and I find 2. Only once. So f of x is 2 when x is -1. Exactly how we did it from the graph. Then, what is the x-intercept of this graph? X-intercept means y equals 0. Where is y equals 0? Oh, okay, here it is. So x equals -5. Type an ordered pair. So they want -5, 0. Sometimes I'm not taking my own advice. I have to read the fine print. Use comma to separate. type an ordered pair. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept has to have x equals 0. Is there x a 0? Yes. 0, 4. Type an integer, type an ordered pair. 0, 4. So 0, 4. Oh. Is this better?
That's better. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anything else? Anything else for any other from any other section? Anything else? Okay. So we will continue with, are we finished here? I think we are. Okay, perfect. So we start now Mod 8. This is the last module of the class. So, and I am going to already have it open. And also we have 5 meetings left in the class. So Mod 8, we're going to talk a lot about roots. So the first one is square root. The next one will be the cube root. And so on, and we're going to call it in general the nth root. What is all this? Okay, so the square root is exactly what it says. The square root of 9 is 3. The cube root of 8 is 2. So let's explain. The square root and the cube root and the nth root, they all have an index. This is the index. This is the index of the root. This is the root symbol. And the index cannot be lower than 2. So the index can be 2 or 3 or 4, etc. 2 by convention is not written. So in the graphing calculator, if you want to activate the square root, here it is, right here. It's paired with x squared. They are inverse functions. Later on, you will see why is 10 to power x and log on the same key, activated differently, but on the same key, because they are inverses of each other. Why is it e to the x and ln? Why are they on the same key? They are inverses of each other. Moving on, a lot of other things here that you haven't used yet. Sine to power -1, which is sine inverse, and sine are on the same key because they're inverses of each other, and so on and so forth. So if I want to determine the square root of 9, I will activate the second key, the square root, and put 9, and then I get 3. So why is it 3? Because 3 squared is 9. Why the answer of the cube root of 8 is 2? Because 2 to the third is 8. So how do I activate the cube root? Here's one way that I never use. Go to math, and you'll see it right here is number 4. So click on 4 and put 8. Press enter. And you get 2. Why? Because 2 raised to the index, raised to the third power, is 8. Okay. This piece, this one, is called radicand. So this root situation is quite complex.